Alrighty, looks like a good week.
There it is.
Gonna kick it off with EG versus 100 Thieves. We're gonna do something we did before, which is what is the most hype matchup for people at home? What are they most excited about? In Twitch chat, spam, I believe it's top or bot. I don't know what tricodes we're using.
Yeah.
There we go.
You're
I don't
right.
think you need to put in lane.
It's FBI versus Doublelift, which would be bot.
Bot.
Or someday Tenacity, top.
And we're going to pitch you on the storylines if you're unfamiliar with them. So you two, I think, are up first to break down why Doublelift versus FBI is the hyper of the two matchups.
Well, because it's the right answer.
I'm
late, Raz. My mic pack fell out. I'm coming.
Yeah, I did you.
Slow but surely. See, I held on to my mic packs when I was running out. So make your case first.
Welcome to the LCS and the first Super Week here of Spring 2023. I am Captain Flowers, joined by Kobe and special guest Whippo here for the first game, and he'll be back for the third one later on today as well. Whippo, welcome back to the casting desk, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Good to have you.
Yeah, me too. I'm good to be here. It's very nice to be back.
You
I
came
enjoy
for
it.
a banger game.
Oh, yeah, this one's going to be really good.
This is a super exciting one. The analyst test was going over some of the narratives between these two teams. They're also tied in the standings, of course, at 4 and 2. Everybody's kind of behind FlyQuest.
Aggressive ganks and creative opportunities. And it looks like EG is going to try and break open the game here, which I do think is necessary.
Oh, nicely done. Doublelift gets rooted up. The damage comes through, but Boostio's got some healing ready to go for him. Doublelift survives, but EG is not done yet. Doublelift flashing away as JoJo's ready to go. Just jumps right on top of him, knocks them all down. EG, get both.
Honestly, this was beautifully played by Inspired. Tracking the summoner spells is really the story of this bottom lane experience. The cleanse is down now, has the flash up. Doesn't have cleanse to cleanse Sejuani ult, just use it to chunk him out. Not a lot of Sejuani players will have the knowledge to just use your Glacial Prison to chunk him out there and set up the kill because he knows JoJo's wrapping around.
Oh, meanwhile, back in mid, 100 Thieves are finally ready to answer the JoJo problem, and it's Bjergsen getting the shutdown.
A critical punish for 100 Thieves here. If they continue to allow JoJo to freely roam from mid lane, ganking bottom over and over without a price, then they're going to lose the game. So that was a very, very good
that
move.
happen, but EG has the better smite here from Inspired, and it means they're going to equalize the Drake count, stop the 100 Thieves dragon stacking. 3,500 gold lead. Now they're going to take the blue buff too, and they're not done yet. Closer wants to get away as Boostio flashes out. The lockdown comes in. He slams him into the dirt with his own ultimate. 6-2. The geniuses are looking good.
This has been a brutal last 3-minute sequence, Flowers, from Evil Geniuses. They get the kill on Herald, they get the Herald, then they steal the dragon, and they get the chase down kill, plus the mid turret.
And they got the blue with the Lux ult, so that's salt in the wound. I will have to say I'm quite disappointed in the way 100 Thieves have been playing this mid-game. I do think they should have been trading sides and getting gold, getting towers. Just give it. You don't have to give it away for free, right? You're trying to get gold onto these carries. Jinx and Azir as beautiful steal there. Obviously, taking a Drake is an extra 5 minutes in terms of scaling, but the first Drake went down at like 13 minutes. This 19 minutes, only two Drakes dead in the game. You have got so much time to reach your item spikes on Jinx and Azir if they're focusing on farming, but they haven't been. They've been grouping mid, sharing experience, sharing gold, just kind of staring at each other, really.
Yeah. Individually, nicely played by Inspired. He hits closer with the stun, interrupting the possible engage there. Doesn't let him get the ult off and yoinks it away, plus they get the chase down. Now that the mid tower is also down, you can see Evil Geniuses getting a little bit of the deeper vision, and it's going to be so much more difficult for 100 Thieves to defend these side lanes because they've lost their defense in mid, and it's going to flow into the other sides.
So let me ask you guys then, what does 100 Thieves need to do to stop this bleeding and get to the point where they can scale to where Azir and the Jinx can blow them up in the CC? Because things are bleeding right now.
Well, you're seeing them do successfully now. They recognize, you know what, 5v5 when we stare at each other, it looks like we can't pull the trigger because we don't feel comfortable with the amount of damage we have. And at the same time, when EG starts the fight, they end up winning anyway. So it's not even as if we can really kite because there's too much CC on the front line. With Vi having no flash, she's not going to escape Sejuani and Silas and Renekton all jumping in there. It's too much CC, too much damage. What you need to do is scale up until Azir and Jinx have enough damage to actually burst down the Vi on EG side. It's no longer a 2-item spike anymore that's necessary. Now suddenly we're looking, oh, we might need 3 items because damage, the way it works is if someone has more tank stats, you need more damage to kill them, right? So with all this gold income coming in from Sylas, is effective health for him because he heals more, because he has more points in W, more AP means he heals more. He's also got Sejuani. Earning more gold means obviously going to be tankier. We're looking at Infinity Edge now for the Jinx. Might even need Lord Dominik's, honestly. I'm not sure if Runan's buy was correct at all here. In fact, I do think he might not have enough damage this game in order to turn around the game, as even Bjergsen realizes, damn, I'm not dealing any damage to the front line of EG. I'm going to start building this.
Flanked. Oh, nice ulti coming out from inside.
Like I mentioned, Infinity Edge and Death Cap are completed. We're starting the Baron. Now's our time to fight. Jinx flashes back up. We don't care. We've got enough money to cover that.
100 Thieves, they recognize something's up. Closer's going to lead the charge over towards the Baron pit. Jojo teleported into the topside river. Vulcan's going to get jumped on by Closer, but Vulcan has Crown of the Shattered Queen. He can't be bursted down. Closer trying to get away. Ace in the Hole's going to take him low, and Jojo's already killed Double Lift. With the AD carry out of the picture, evil geniuses have to have surely secured themselves a Baron now. Someday still with the ulti on, he and Jojo will scare the remaining members of 100 Thieves away, and EG are right back onto the Baron.
Doesn't matter if you have flash, if you can buy ulted, even if you flash. Jojo's going to be right on top of you, and that Death Cap Sylas is doing a mean amount of damage right now. As I do believe this will just be zoning them off the Baron, so nothing too extreme happening, unless Jojo's feeling himself. Which he might. He is very fed after all. And now that neutral objectives are about to spawn, both about a minute away, we're going to be able to see, well, the game-deciding pivotal moments here. A little fun fact here, Sylas is glowing red. That means he misclicked an elixir. He bought the red one instead of a blue one. So just making a little bit of fun of Jojo there. Because I thought, I've done it before. You know, you're TPing in, you've only got a few seconds.
He can punch you harder, more attack damage and lifesteal. Alrighty, boys, it's Baron time. The big purple worm returns to the rift. Evil geniuses look for an opportunity to engage. Jojo with a stolen Vi ulti. Remember that Inspired can take some punishment from these guys. He has a Warmogs to be able to regenerate any health that he loses over time. 100 Thieves, they got everybody brought in here. You described it perfectly earlier, talking about how EG has not really done a lot in the later stages of the game. Speaking of which, this is now our longest game of the split at 44 minutes and 44 seconds. Evil Geniuses is pushing into the base of 100 Thieves as 100 Thieves goes after the Baron. Inspired wants to try to stop it, try to steal it, just try to buy a little bit more time. The Baron's going to be secured, but EG just wants to win the game. They take out the inner head. They're going straight for the Nexus. We waited 44 minutes for that! Evil genius! Get no way! No way! Baron for Nexus! Baron for Nexus! Tweet it out! That is the title, baby! Oh my God!
Painful, really, to lose that way. My God, they had all the control in the world. All they needed to do is put their body on waves and actually force a fight, in my opinion, and they almost definitely would have won. I feel like it was hard to imagine a way to lose, and that was it. Get front door. Hard to call it back door. Most of the team was there. It wasn't like 2 TPs in. It was most of the team was.
They just walked up to the front door, knocked, and then stepped inside.
Yeah, and 100 Thieves weren't home because they snuck out to go steal Baron. Oh man, that.
To be fair, I will say I do think a lot of good learnings for 100 Thieves. I think good reminders, because that's the thing, when you have veterans, a lot of the time it's more reminders than learnings, because you've had this happen before, you know. You played the late game scaling composition, you went into a point where you contested a Drake at, you know, 19 minutes when they've only got one Drake, and then you realize, like, oh, we shouldn't be doing this, we should be gathering gold. Managed to claw back the game, and eventually got front doored, so...
All right, well, now we know.
That's one vote in the crowd for Prince Player of the Game already, I can tell.
We got a lot of Prince fans out there in the audience.
Maybe that's more than one vote. There's many more than one vote.
That sign had like a little, like a chainsaw.
It's a chainsaw.
Dog.
Have you watched Chainsaw Man?
What's that?
Never mind.
I know that one. We got the Giga Chad now.
Honestly, yeah, FlyQuest's been gaining so much momentum. This year has been a really, really big year. Starting off the year with a bunch of nice content as well as some super exciting signings and seeing it come together already. Winsome especially. Winsome was the one piece that people were really scared about, you know, not being one of the intended starting roster, but has really been pulling his weight. Well, sir, answer, please.
What is this?
He's laughing. There's an uncomfortable laugh. It's not a no, though. I'm with you. Keep your hopes alive. Don't let your memes be dreams. He didn't say that's not a no. All right. You're an
enabler.
Yes, I am. Emily's here. Yes. Well, we already were told it said Prince fighting, but we got
There
the
was a
thumbs
sign
up.
that said Vikla, just his name, I thought.
Any Vikla?
Oh boy, we are just going straight in for the dive here. Impact using the all-out to get himself away from the turret aggro. They end up getting the kill. They get everybody away. Vikla's gonna disengage a Blaze Olive, but he wants to re-engage now and keep chasing these guys down. Once he steps out of the smoke, he'll have to be a little bit more careful. Impact jumps back in. He wants to go after a Blaze. Not a lot of cooldowns left on the Akali, but he's got plenty of burst, plenty of damage, or does he? No way! FlyQuest just smack him in the mouth.
All right, round 2 then, Flowers. Keep it going, baby. Immortals now with a 3v2 at bottom side, but it looks risky. And Kenby's going to finish clearing out the vision. They do know there's still no ult on Prince, but with Flash, you know, the Blade Caller is already hitting, so it's tough. Definitely gets really scary. All right.
Let's take another look at this. Speaker wrapping around.
Certainly is. Forget it. Play all 3 lanes, pressure Immortals as heavily as you can. They're going to teleport, double teleport flank.
Man, that Blade Caller just cut him off. Tactical goes over the wall, but he still drops. Now you got a Blaze Olive in the middle of everybody on FlyQuest. 1, 2, 3, line them up, knock them down, and move on over to Baron. It's way too easy for FlyQuest.
Yep, that was definitely a knockout. Double teleport from the side lanes. Didn't even see how it started out, the engage onto Prince, but Prince didn't have to flash. He just used his ultimate and his heal. He survives, Winsome with the flash as well, and let's take a look at how it started. Okay, so they were trying to contest the vision. Then they're looking to actually
Player of the week, get some more statues, man. A Blaze Olive tags for Immortals. They can't get out of the fountain. FlyQuest are just messing with them. Come on, boys, how long is this gonna take? Spica fires off the ulti there, locks down a couple. Not quite enough damage, the Nexus falls. FlyQuest remains undefeated.
really nice, especially early stages, you know, before they got so far ahead of controlling it. Spica constant invades in the jungle. Prince with a pretty nice little outplay down there. He ends with the maximum gold bounty on his head as well. Yeah. Maybe we...
First of all, you two, actually, your entire team has a whole Korean fan sign section right here. So is there anything you want to tell your fans for coming and cheering you on today?
So should I translation
Yeah.
in first? 한국 팬들이 우리 응원하러 많이 왔는데 어떻게 생각하고 어떤 느낌을 받고 좋은지 뭐 그런 거 감상 얘기해 달래.
Thank you.
Same.
감사합니다. So this question is for Vikla, and Impact's going to help me with translations. I do have a few questions for you too as well.
Sure.
So Prince had talked about when he came here, he'd already heard that you were coming to this team. So my first question is, why did you decide to come?
And I think we're really going to have to dive deep on this one, check out the pro view, and see if we can find any clues as to what's going on.
All right, let's take a look. It seems
Okay.
normal. Jojo Pune heading back to lane, and then what's this? Is he playing Fortnite on stage again?
Again?
Damn it, Jojo, you're a League of Legends pro now.
No wonder he keeps dying in side lanes. My man is too busy farming materials to know where the enemy jungler is.
We're gonna have to prescribe some strict parental controls to Jojo's Fortnite account during the LCS. The coaches these days, they have to pay more attention to their children's screen time.
Well, another job well done, Doctor. No way we have any lawsuits coming this time.
Nailed it.
Thanks, doctors. I'm sure there will be fewer malpractice suits this time. Right now, though, ahead of Team Liquid versus CLG.
Burst it down just yet. Boom goes in, finds a stun on 2. Palafox ready for the follow-up here, goes after Harry. Contract's very low, barely walks away from it. Palafox still wants to find the kill into Harry, but Dope was already killed off Yawn. Palafox drops. Team Liquid has taken down 1-for-1, and CLG is backing away. The health bars are low, and Core JJ goes in to make it happen. Summit flies over the top, but Dope was ready to fight back. It's big Dope, baby! He picks up 2, he picks up 3, he absolutely smears Team Liquid all over the floor!
That's Dokla Aurelia for you! Summit's the only one left alive. He can't steal the dragon. And CLG pull out a massive team fight. Big Doke's putting them on his back. This is why they are so confident in him on this pick. It is such an individual pick. You know, not that many LCS top laners will play it on stage. A lot will play it.
And what Dokla's doing. Summit assumes that Dokla's not going to be able to win this 1v3, so he's going forward into the opposing backline, ignores the Irelia. However, Dokla has other things to say, gets into the backline, and starts just shredding down people, basically. Honestly, really close fight. That was 1 or 2 auto attacks off being a wipe for TL or a wipe for CLG, which in this case... Loves to see it.
Holy cow, man. CLG, they're feeling it. Look at the damage on Dokla, 45-11 in that fight, as Palafox gets himself a kill on Summit here in the bottom lane. Pioshik runs back to a barely standing tier 1 turret. Contract's looking for an opportunity to maybe collapse. CoreJJ should have an escape route for Pioshik if he gets in any trouble, but the CLG lead is only going to get bigger. This first turret is about to get knocked down. They're already at a 5,000 gold lead, and now, why not make it 6? Turrets falling mid, turrets falling bot. These guys, Contracts could potentially steal. Palafox coming in on the flank. Dokla has teleported. Team Liquid has a 5v4, but they got to be careful. Contract's already ready to engage, and Team Liquid has to fall back. Summit's ready to transform, but into the back line goes Palafox. He's going to be taken low, taken down. Team Liquid, they're cutting him off. They're burying him. It's a shutdown back over to Yon. They've taken out the Irelia. The king is dead, and Palafox died with him. Now CLG has to deal with a 3v5 scenario. CoreJJ is very low. He's trying to just skirt the edges of this, be able to save somebody with a lantern if needed. Boom's got flash, Boom's got ulti. Contract still looking for a steal. Boom goes in. Summit tanks a lot of damage there. Baron's down to 3K. Contract's over the wall. Thinking about the vault breaker, goes in towards Pioshik. They want to focus Contract. He steals the Baron. CLG just stop them in their tracks. Pioshik still tries to fight a little bit longer. Contracts wants to get away. Aftershock keeps him protected. He shouldn't die to this. Pioshik keeps going in, but Luger's ready to go right back at him. CoreJJ drop. Luger's finding more. Contracts in the front line with a stasis to buy time. And CLG and Luger makes pin cushions out of him.
Oh my God, CLG 3 members. They steal the Baron, they clean the team fight, and they wipe the TL base.
Man,
You can tell, because I know you've been there too, as a jungler, you just get smite stolen against. You know, Pioshik was enraged, so he chased them into the enemy jungle.
I was about to say, I felt like he was just mad.
Yeah, you're just pissed.
Oh, we're 3v5. Why is this guy in the pit next to me?
How do you dare you do this on stage?
Our Nexus.
Oh. Summit versus everybody on CLG. Palafox just cuts him down. CLG know they only have a few seconds left before the respawn start coming in, so they want to finish this game off pretty quick. CoreJJ is the only man standing, throws out the box. Contracts and Poom and Luger trying to put some more DPS into the Nexus. Yes, Dokla finally dies with the fountain laser, but it's CLG starting off super weak with a dog.
Honestly, as a TL fan, that was depressing to watch. However, I will give credit where credit is due, and I do think, like I mentioned, actually, I think Contracts played a phenomenal game. He was where he needed to be, engaging the fights when he needed to, never died in this game, even though he was usually the first guy to go in. I think it's really impressive.
Toss caught out by the bubble, and down Spawn will go. Perfect juggling of the turret aggro Sven. Okay, no one gonna fall for Cloud9.
Yeah, not going to look for the redive. The hook!
Oh, coming in from Ignar, who will decimate Sven and get something back for Dig.
Not often you see the support get a kill there in the 1v2. Sven just slightly too far forward. A great hook. They're coming out from Ignar.
Let's go.
Pulls him back under the turret. Gets himself a kill. It is only the kill going to the support, but still, Newcastle is doing great on the top side, so I think they're going to be pretty happy about how this went, all things told, but lucky, honestly, for Armut that Santor was there to cover him again, because that would have been a solo kill from the side. Really getting the greatest trades on a Jensen, and he's forcing him to actually retreat back with that soul inbound earlier than he would like. But Jensen could potentially be in some trouble. Ignar is here, though, for the coverage.
Glabber's been trying to set up over here for a while now and still will not come up with anything. A little bit of BM coming out from Jensen.
Yeah, flashes the question mark there to his old jungler. You gotta love the banter back and forth between those players.
I know
nice.
your gameplay. Oh.
That looked weird. He like straight bounced off that wall.
Yeah, that was a little bit of Tokyo Drift coming out from Fudge.
Yeah, it looked for a second like he was going to potentially go for an all-in again, but now Blabberson's in trouble.
Oh, Ultimate comes out. Santorin does not care. Getting caught out is going to be Jensen. Diplex going hard onto him. Blabber critically low. Santorin with the chase.
And hopefully for Diplex, he can use that time to actually be farming up in his side lane, because he didn't actually join there. So he was just kind of farming that side and has at least caught up in farm with Jensen and completed his mythic. So will start to become a pretty big threat as this game goes on.
Now, walking over towards this Drake, I mean, it's a minute 20 before it does come down. And it's going to be an early setup coming out for Cloud9. During the setup, it would be nice to see Dignitas go for a little bit more right here, because they do have that pick they can work with. Get some early vision into that river. You still have Jensen over towards this bottom side. It looks like Cloud9 will hold control of the river for now.
Yeah, Cloud9 trying to play around these dragons. Maokai really strong in these areas. Just throw those saplings out. He is playing Demonic Embrace, so has a little bit of...